Good morning, Miramar. Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Tamara G. As always, check us out on all of our social media. We are on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at City of Miramar. And with me, our esteemed mayor, Mayor Wayne M. Messam, who is out of town, but he is coming back in town because he's got something special going on this coming Thursday. It is our annual State of the City. So, how are you, Mr. Mayor?
Good morning, Tamara. Good morning, Miramar. Yes, really excited about this year's version of our State of the City. It's my 10th year as mayor of the city of Miramar and my 10th address. And boy, have we been on a ride. And I'm so excited to share not only our accomplishments, but to really hit the reset button to say, what are we going to do today to ensure that 10 years from now, that the city of Miramar remains vibrant and strong?
Wow. And Mayor, I remember the first one. I was there for that one, and everyone since then. And truly, the city has grown in the 10 years that you've been mayor, but also the vision that you and the commission have for what the future of Miramar is going to look like. So I'm sure you're going to be talking about that as well.
Of course, just like my inaugural address, I really challenged our community to really think about what type of city we want to become. The city had grown so fast at one point, one of the fastest growing cities in America, and we grew without even defining ourselves because our growth was just that fast. But now we know who we are. Now we have actually implemented so much infrastructure development. We've added so much culture. We've expanded business opportunities. We're addressing housing. But we also realize that the future has many challenges, and we are very poised to take advantage of our growth and our strong foundation to ensure that we leave a legacy for the city of Miramar.
Right. And speaking of that growth, I mean, I think now in Broward County is our city, it's number three, right? Three or four in growth
Yeah,
number.
we're fourth right now, very close to the city of Hollywood. Fort Lauderdale still has the largest population, followed by Pembroke Pines. Then city of Hollywood and Miramar is a very close fourth. So yes, we are definitely a powerhouse in our county.
Right. Okay. So you mentioned about housing, you mentioned about jobs. I think a lot of people still think of Miramar as that small, sleepy town where, people came to retire, but it's actually very vibrant and the things that are happening in the city because so many folks are moving in.
Oh, yes, our demographics. We've always been a relatively young community, but it's growing even at a faster pace. So many young professionals and young families continue to come to Miramar and are attracted by our inclusiveness, our schools, our parks, our proximity to other areas throughout Palm Beach, Broward, and Dade County. So we really enjoy all of those benefits. But the question remains is how do we stay relevant? How do we stay on top? How do we support our community? How do we help our residents become more attractive for the new economy? How do we support businesses in this new economy? Because automation, artificial intelligence, everything now is changing. So
Mhm.
the city of Miramar, not only do we have to adapt to this internally with our own operations, we must also extend out to the community, ensure that our businesses are not only protected, but they're thriving, and that our residents aren't forced and displaced through disruption, and to give them the resources so that they can not only participate, but they can be leaders in this transformation.
Well, one of the things that you're doing different is that it's going to be at the Miramar Park of Commerce, which is very big in the city. That's where, all these Fortune 500 companies are, and people just don't know about it, but they're all there.
Oh, yes. We have, now, I won't say quietly, but we have very intentionally worked with Sunbeam Properties, that is the developer of the Miramar Park of Commerce. They're adding the Miramar Cove development, which is a $1.5 billion development on 100 acres. Channel 7, as well as the new ABC affiliate, are moving their headquarters and already under construction right now in the Miramar Park of Commerce. So that entire Red Road corridor, which we call Town Center, has really, really transformed itself to be really the city of Miramar's new downtown.
Right. And that's where, of course, people, wanting to be closer to their jobs, wanting to be closer to the action, are moving in that area. But historic Miramar, as well as out west across I-75, are still being taken care of as well.
Of course, of course. So we look forward to telling this amazing story. If you've attended several states of the city, you know that I really give a narration or a story to talk about our journey, to talk about our accomplishments, to talk about how we can overcome our opportunities. And that's how I view it. I view it as opportunities. And if you are interested about the city of Miramar, where we're going, where we've been, and how you can participate, we'll see you this Thursday, October 30th at 6:30 p.m. at the Miramar Park of Commerce. We'll have food, light refreshments, and beverage for everyone, as well as come learn out and hear out. You even get a chance to see what my colleagues on the Miramar City Commission and some of their initiatives are. And we really make it a dynamic opportunity for you to learn about your city and to see the state of our city.
And of course, that's at 2800 Executive Way in Miramar, starting this Thursday at 6:30 p.m. You can always RSVP to Miramar SOTC 2025.eventbrite.com. That is Miramar SOTC, State of the City, 2025.eventbrite.com. I also love it, Mayor. I'm going to be hosting again this year, so thank you so much for that. But I love to see the employees there too. And they're not just there because their department told them to. I think our employees, particularly those who live in the city, but even more so, the ones who don't want to know, what is their job going to entail in the future, and so they come out to also know what is happening in the city of Miramar.
Exactly. No, our city staff are our biggest, but second to our residents, our biggest stakeholders. And when our city staff are also our residents, they have an ownership stake in our community. We have some amazing professionals that help our city and help our residents. And we really like what they bring to the table. And I really go beyond to not only recognize their accomplishments, but they are so vital and so needed to our success. And we're just so blessed to have so many just committed and capable employees for the city of Miramar. I would not trade them for anything.
Right. And it's not just the growth, it's not just the businesses that are coming in. I mean, it's the simple things like putting up extra street lamps or fixing potholes or the customer service that you get when you walk into the city hall and you need to speak to someone or you have a problem or maybe you need to go to economic development and you don't know where to go. So I really agree with that the employees are, they're that first line of defense when that's who people know, that's who they talk to, and so they're the ones who are working hard for the city as well as the commission.
Of course, of course. And we'll get a chance to highlight many of our employees this Thursday, and we look forward to our residents joining us. And I'm just really excited to be able to present this 10th State of the City version of the state of our city.
Time certainly flies, doesn't it, Mayor?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
All right. Well, congratulations on this 10th state of the city. We will find out, everything that we need to know, and particularly, as the mayor said, where we're going for our future. It's happening this Thursday, October 30th, 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. at the Miramar Park of Commerce, 2800 Executive Way in Miramar. So definitely come on out. They would love to know the numbers just to, have an idea. So if you would please, you can scan this code that's right here on your screen, or you can go to Miramar SOTC 2025.eventbrite.com. Miramar SOTC 2025.eventbrite.com. We look forward to seeing you back into the city on Thursday, Mayor. Enjoy your time away, and we'll see you on Thursday at the State of the City.
All right. Take care, everyone. See you on Thursday.